Live? Wasn't sure if it was gonna make it that time. Had a couple problems this morning, or not this morning. Well, for me this morning. Getting this together the last couple minutes. I have no idea what to do during this stream. I have some possibilities though, so we're not like completely just no clue what to do here. I could totally take and ice out one of these or at least start the process. Um, and welcome to, by the way, another holiday stream. Happy Thanksgiving. Um, I don't know if we're gonna leave the stream up or not. It really depends on how chat goes. No politics, no religion. You know those two things. Just like any good, family dinner. Except for I don't mind if you crack open a bottle of vodka. Okay, if you're gonna do that, pop out a bong or whatever, that's on you. Don't drink and drive, and yeah, have a great night. Not my thing. I got me a couple monsters and my vape for now. Stick to that. But seriously, I've been sitting here for like hours doing experiments. I've been trying to learn how to carve. Ooh, apparently I can't even mix my vape right. The carving project has been a challenge to say the least. Not that it hasn't been fun, I'm just not good at sketching, and that really goes over to the art of making stuff. But yeah, so my inspiration's been kind of been trying to work on a human figure. We're getting there. That hand is way too big for arm. Um, and think of something to do for the stream today. And then nothing really came to mind. So I'm gonna start with like a simple project, and I'm gonna go from there. I drew that out of the way. Okay, my girlfriend. Hope everyone's having a great Thanksgiving, by the way. Seriously, filled with family or cats, whatever makes you happy. So yeah, I'm just gonna kind of experiment. This is 24 gauge wire, and I'm gonna try to make a mini pendant design, which is how I seem to often spend these holiday streams and chatting with people. Hope y'all are, yeah, doing something. I don't know. Anybody got a cool story from today? Yeah, I got a bunch of these little tourmaline cabs. They're not exactly cheap. Again, it's gonna hurt putting one up in mini pendant. We could do that. I don't know. Either way, I'm starting out with 5 pieces of 24 gauge round. because I gotta get an order in. And, I don't know, a sparkly little opal. I don't know if this is the right project for us. This is the part that always messes with me. I'm always like, "Yeah, that stone's not quite good enough for this project." And then the next stone's too good for this project. I just go back and forth on that. It's annoying. Ooh, 30 gauge round here. I'm switching that out real quick. Kinda mashed that because it didn't come on a spool. I've got a nice spool of 30 gauge wire. Might as well just use that. And then if I have to, I can go back to using that other monstrosity stuff. There. Ooh, sounds like local Montana. Make a Montana egg. Seriously, anybody has anything they wanna see, throw it out in chat. As long as it's, YouTube cool, I'll give it a consideration. I won't guarantee though. You never know. Got some wire, got some more wire, snag a long one. What design do I don't know. It's gonna be small, whatever it is. I'm using round 30 and 24 gauge, which means I'm gonna wanna probably do weaving. It's just usually the way that you wanna go on this. So, okay, what kind of weaving pattern do I wanna do? How much chaos can I get into a wrap? I need some chaos in something that's like wrap it around this wire like 5 times, and then I'm gonna not clip it. I really messed that mix up, didn't I? 1 second. I This is the second holiday stream in a row where I've had a close friend or family member freaking succumb to a long battle in one form or another. And I really don't wanna follow them, so when my vape's telling me that I'm getting way too much nicotine from it, I'm gonna listen. Seriously, like, I ain't got no judgments for anyone who might be using or anything, but be safe, please. There we go. Okay. Wrap 4 times, and then I'm still not sure what type of a pattern I want. idea. No, that won't work. That might. Okay. Nope. I know exactly what experiment I wanna do. Okay, so I'm gonna start out. It's gonna be really, really challenging. And that was everyone. Yeah, just show on screen, but I'm gonna try. So I'm gonna wrap up and over. 'Cause that takes so much work. Um, each time I stack it up. 'Cause I have no one watching and 4 likes. That cannot be right statistically. I'm gonna jump up again, and when I jump up on, "Hey, bro, what's up?" That makes a little more sense. Really hope this design works out. It could be really cool. How you doing, bud? Oh, pro, on the wax thing, I went and bought a pound of the, Prestige, I think it's called, injection wax. It sucks. That really sucks. I am sorry to hear that, man. You're feeling better soon. Yeesh. I'm gonna do a normal Spiga type wrap pattern. I really gotta just, like, get a tutorial out on how exactly that's done one of these days. Gotta get better about experimenting too. Totally motherfucker. It sucks. I'm glad you're feeling a little better, man. It's never any fun. Okay. Gotta drop down. Yeah, I got that Prestige injection wax, and it says, no shrinkage. If that's true and it is me doing something wrong, I don't know what else I can do without spending a ton of money, and I'm just like, it will be cheaper and more efficient to go with a 3D printer, so except for when I get bored, because like, I seriously, I got bored for several hours earlier and just played with that, trying to figure out what I'm doing wrong. Can't figure it out. I I'm moving on to, yeah, casting will probably slow down for a bit until I get the 3D printer. What the hell am I doing? Motherfucker. I'm sorry, it's a holiday stream. Hey, Lindy, what are you doing on YouTube? Thanksgiving. Jesus! Wow, I'm sorry to hear that. How did we have what? How so? Wait, event or person? Now that I think about it, with me being down in my little corner. Oh, wow, that's irritating. Point of those tests is to take them before the big freaking events, not not after. How shortly after? I mean, you said quite short. No, might have to delete this freaking stream, that's okay. Yeesh. I will thank you for, letting me know that, buddy. I'm gonna have to go ask for some more of them. Kinda got screwed out of them last time. Still a little irritated about. Oh, yeah. Okay. That's when I was asking, like, how shortly, I was meaning, like, 1 day, 2 or 3 days? 'Cause 2 or 3 days, I'd be like, okay, they don't they were feeling you could totally be feeling fine. I don't know, I've been preaching on this for a long time now, but I also have a weakened immune system from my idiocy in life, so. Mm, I wonder if this is really gonna work like I hope it's going to. Just start small. I really wanna start that small then? Start small-ish. Just again, the fact that they would wait until after the market is where I get a little annoyed because you know, that is my only income. If that that could really screw me, shut my power off, whatever, all because some yeah. 'Cause like you, if I come down with something like that, I'm also going to stay home, even if I'm not sure. Hence getting tested before I if I'm even feeling meh. I mean, it's the bare amount of due diligence, I guess is what I'm saying, is to get tested if you're feeling like maybe a little ucky, just the barest due diligence to check before you go to whatever that was, but, you know, sorry you're feeling I hope you're gonna be feeling better soon. Now and Lindy, that happens, I can't be upset at the people who are asymptomatic also. Again, like, I try to give people a lot of grace. I'm just saying usually, like, there's a reason people get tested these days. Nobody nobody goes and does that unless, they either suspect or are forced to, and it's kinda hard to force people to do it anymore. Actually, I was shocked. Partnership isn't requiring people to wear sorry, our local doctor's office isn't requiring them anymore, and I thought they were just gonna be, like, sticklers on that forever. I mean, just going by the numbers from, like, Asia before COVID for all respiratory stuff like that, I was like, "Meh, that's logical." It worked for them for quite some time. Jesus, bro, that sounds like coming off of, like, bad stuff. Oh, sounds absolutely miserable. I am sorry, you guys. I think somehow I've either dodged it or because 'cause I've always got the shots, it doesn't seem to ever get me. You know, the worst thing about being sick like that too is you can't even drink. I mean, not that I'm really I would take that route currently or ever again, but, there's no reason, like, Wendy, there's no reason you shouldn't be able to except for health reasons. Oh, holy crap. I am so glad I did not drink that. Oh, that's that's scary. She looked fine too. And she didn't look like she was doing badly, at least. So wait, are we telling me that this was healthy for me? This was the healthy choice? That's what I'm hearing. Oh, homie, that's dude, yeah, seriously, that's I'm bad. No no bueno. These are some nasty memories. Yeah, that was really well done. Ugh. So the ironic thing is my neighbor, who's, like, also a buddy, uh, he had gotten some of the tea and was like, "Hey, you should try this," and I was like, "Oh, no, it's not my thing." Yeah, yeah, I mean alcohol. Oh, you are way behind. Just wait till I tell Sabella that Monster saved me from getting COVID. Oh, man. So shockingly, I get a reminder that of why I keep my what's the word, debauchery down to Monster and a vape. I am really not doing this very well. I don't care. You know what? I do what I want. Okay. Now, how it's been a long time since I've managed to get myself really dehydrated somehow. Oh, come on. Wait. So, now do that again. Perfect, kinda. Good enough. Sometimes I gotta remember that it's okay for a rap to be good enough, especially when it's an experiment. Yeah, it does not sound bueno. Kind of a concept. Although, in my mind, the back was gonna weave more. Let me show you what's going on. It's kinda hard to do when I'm using such small wire. I was expecting the back to weave more when producing this pattern where the wires come up to the top. It's not looking quite the way I was expecting, but I'm not sure that I should be surprised by that either. And really interesting. Just the worst descriptor ever. I forgot. I finally did this design again. Sounds just miserable. I mean, I know it is. God, man, I'm sorry. Oh, geez. All right. See, and that's my fear too, Lindy. Um, I've ever since I was a child, I've gotten pneumonia really easy. Hmm, it does look pretty cool. I've just been reading the Cosmere and complaining about, you know, anxiety. I always forget that, you know, on the bright side, because it's just always terrified of getting sick because of how just I don't know, I suck at handling. I'm not gonna lie, I really I just don't like this design. Mm, like, once upon a time, the old me would've woke up like that and just been like, "Nope, I'm grabbing a bunch of edibles and going back to bed." Or something to that effect. Okay. It's not been a good week for anyone. Alright, and then Lindy, that same month, I came down with something that took me out for 4 weeks straight and took me another 4 weeks to come anywhere near to close, and I never felt right since. And then COVID hit right as I was starting to feel meh, and, like, I never they just ignored me 'cause I had been sick forever. Thankfully thankfully, I managed to get out of that place by then or, shortly after, but we had that same, like, that's weird, 'cause it effed me up bad. It was the only time I ever had anybody snitch on me and they 'cause my roommate thought I might die in my sleep. I say that jokingly, of course, like, didn't really bug me that they were like, "Hey, he's, like, really sick." So I was bad. I've always wondered about that one, though. I don't know that I count on that, but reminds me that I need to schedule to go get another shot myself. I've always been of the philosophy that too early's probably not as bad as too late. Let's see here. I've never mind. No. Yeah. Yeah, I pretty much stayed to my room for about a month, um, except for to eat. I was really, really bad. I mean, obviously, I was really bad because normally they won't let you sit in your room like that, but there was no options for them or me. 'Twas very bad. I've never been able to verify that I've had it. The couple times I've been sick since then, I've kinda just hid myself away, tell my Uber driver or whatever, "Hey, just drop it off at the door." I've also managed to recover every time relatively quickly. Yeah. They oh. Mm, for now. Well, when I got it or got whatever, that was pre-release. No, 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 you done goofed there. All the way down. Good job. Oh, oh, that is super kind of them. I didn't even know Instacart was running. I, uh I was excited to find a local taco shop open 'cause it seems like every other Thanksgiving and Christmas has been bad, to a point 'cause I haven't thought ahead and got food for the next day. I would have been able to cook for myself today because 'cause I've got the food since I have recently started cooking for myself. Yeah, I still wonder myself about that one, about if I had picked it up. I think it might have been floating around before, although that question does bring up some, let us say, questions I'd rather not think about if that is the case. That's why I listen to Star Wars, Mistborn, the rest of Cosmere now. Damn it, Brandon Sanderson. If he'd have left it at Mistborn 1 and 2, I probably would have never gotten into the rest of his books. He just there were just starting to be too many damn questions adding up after the second era, like, wait, there's more? Yeah, I don't blame you there. I really don't. Then again, it's a moonstone, I think, maybe. Most likely, although this moonstone is, well, it's not the greatest I've ever used. Really, I'm just kind of testing a new wrapping method because maybe not new. I know I've seen someone else do this. It's new to me. I don't know that they did this exactly, but they did something to this effect. Only so many ways you can tangle wire uniformly, at least. Wait, wait, whoa, whoa. No, no. Damn it. What did I do? Now, I almost just set up the microscope and started doing some pave work on this opal piece or this opal piece. I'm not sure which one of them is gonna get that treatment yet, but one of them probably is. And I suspect they might be right, Lindy, which, well, like I said, brings up questions I don't wanna think about, such as the current narrative, and it's been the long time narrative, was that there was a lab leak within the Wuhan province of, China or wherever, and they seem to have that down to, like, a day. It seems like they know it had to have come from there. But if it was around before that, that means that that wasn't the original spark, And if that's the case, what was? Why? There's a bunch of political stuff behind it, and it really terrifies me. And that's why I just say fucking sink myself into, Star Wars and Mistborn. I'm like, I just, I can't beat it. I can't win. I'm just gonna sit back and make jewelry and, those whatever machinations may or may not be going on out there, don't care. I want no part of that I wanna make jewelry. Send me some pretty rocks. Actually, hey, so Lindy, now that we've officially put this on a scale and know that it weighs 10.6 ounces, that tells me that with about 10 ounces of gold and another, I'm gonna say 70,000 dollars for gemstones, I could make a badass one. Which one? The moonstone? Nah, it's just moonstone. I mean, don't get me wrong, this thing's like I don't know that I did as good as the concept that I was trying to make. Uh, you know, Art of Wire did it first. I'd argue better, but whatever. But could you imagine just like all freaking rubies and diamonds and a better I mean, that's a really, really nice one, but some better fire agates. Yep. I also remembered that and remember that it just vanished. Didn't have it. Yeah. Hey, bro, I'm gonna pop that one back out though, if you would, or I can. Hey, shit, do we have no freaking mods? Never mind. We got no mods. Yeah, yeah. Just let's. Uh, don't tell me what you find. It's a scary world. My dear friend, I long ago came to a place where I realized that I don't want to believe anything that I read for the most part because I just don't trust corporations anymore, and they pretty much control what goes in one form or another. There's somebody profiting on what I see. So Yeah, it's born. Star Wars. I can enjoy those, but I know there's no Death Star. I mean, we also pretty much know that the physics behind powering and building a Death Star are pretty freaking crazy, but yo, I know. Yeah, Lindy, you should actually check it out. It's something that some people bugged one of the White House administrations enough to figure out the math behind it. It's appalling. I mean, not actually appalling, but I just mean mathematically speaking. It's quite entertaining to see how much like the Death Star's laser would cost to fire once. The kind of resources you'd have to burn on something like that. It's pretty entertaining though. Yeah, there's that pro, but there's also just like energy. When you know energy itself and how much energy it would actually take, that's the cost I'm talking about, not the cost in money because that's fluid, but, you know, however many watts is always gonna be however many watts. I'd say it's not rocket science, but it actually is, quite literally rocket science, just matter and it's how to get matter to break apart and what you would need to break the gravity and all that, so it would actually break apart from itself. I still say it was really entertaining. One, I hear you there. I know all too well what happens when politics gets involved with healthcare. Heck, my doctors now will flat out admit that it's would be probably best for me to just be given a large dose prescription even of morphine for, the rest of my life, but I would never let them do it again because I don't trust politics not deciding it that they're gonna, tie my doctor's hands again. That really sucks. Not that it wouldn't have been necessary without the politicians causing freaking problems or allowing for the problem to be created in the first place, but I always find it weird how everyone's managed for to completely ignore the fact that it was American exec executives of places like Purdue Pharma who caused the opioid and fentanyl epidemic of today. It these people also made a flat out profit by doing so, even after you count the lawsuits. Not even counting the fact that, like, then the prison industry made a profit off of it too. Fucking vultures. Oh, yeah, exactly. They shouldn't be allowed to make a fucking cent. Like, not one of those companies that started that problem should be allowed to make a fucking cent off Narcan. They should just be forced to, like, give out copious amounts that expire every month for the next 4 centuries until they go bankrupt. Grr. No, I know. Like I said, I just wanna sit back and make jewelry. Fucking done with it all. It's just not worth it anymore. It used to be to try and do something, but yeah, I'm good. I can't argue with that, although we might start to need our defense budget here soon. Not that we haven't brought that on ourselves too. Like, for the first time in maybe half a century, we might actually need to have that defense budget just as, you know, people are finally starting to feel like it's been abused, which it has been. Ironic. I don't know if I see any conspiracy in that or anything, but I do think that that is ironic. We very well might end up in a literal, like, or government level version of The Boy Who Cried Wolf. Oh, we'll have fusion in 10 years. I'm sure of it. Okay, we're only 10 years away from it. Sure, there have been some pretty cool advances made in fusion, though. All kidding aside about fusion being the power source that's only a decade out for the last God knows how long. There have been some cool advancements made at the very least. Oh, of course you would. You motherfucker. just the wrong place for that to happen too. That is not very much wider. No, there we go. I never said there wasn't something that could be done for it. I said there's a high risk. Oh, they've been making movies in a way about fusion for a long time. It's just hard to tell. The Matrix, for instance. I do believe the Nebuchadnezzar used a fusion core. I could be wrong on that, but a lot of I haven't seen any of the new movies that have come out on it, though. I might have to put that on the good old to-do list because very much enjoy my sci-fi. That wind outside is bad. You feel that on your side of town? Huh, that's actually, it almost feels like a truly capitalist healthcare form. Fucking love it. That's ingenious. I mean, though, at the same time, there could definitely be that case of you get what you pay for in that too. Some asshole find a way to make a bunch of money off of doing nothing. They always do. No, I'm actually having some discussions with doctors about what it'll take for me to take the risk and get my hip worked on somewhat. Well, yeah, I know we have it now. Technically, we've had it for like 60 something years or longer, I guess. 80 years? A long time. Hmm, I don't like getting to feel like I'm old. It's not fair. Technically, though, you are right, and with that said, we've been making movies about fusion for a long time, like The Day After and all those other movies that, you know, have happened. They just were uninspired, let us say, you know? No one everyone thought about the destructive possibilities, which is important, but I never thought to use that for the power source that it was. Huh. Well, at least it didn't break. Oh, I don't know. I don't watch I can't watch movies about that. No, I'm literally talking about, Red Dawn, freaking all these movies about nuclear fission or what would happen with an if a nuclear bomb went off, but you had very few, Star Trek, Star Wars, um, uh, phew, I'm having trouble with movies because I don't watch a lot of movies, um, but, like, Space Vikings, it's an old book. Fusion was, I think, what powered their ship. There was a lot of thought about how destructive these forces were, but not how to use them in a not so. There's Euron. I can't afford no freaking Lindstrom pliers. I wish. Oh, you know what? Actually, I think these were Swans. These were like a $70 pair of pliers. They're not bad, but they're not the best either. There is a gap in the tips by now. Um, being a great surgeon requires a good amount of money or some sort of resources that I don't think I have. I would very much, like I said, I am kind of looking into the possibilities of this, um, but it is something I am also a little skittish about because it is a little scary. I spent most of my life just not being able to cope with the problem. Now that I finally have started to cope with the problem, I'm afraid to lose my ability to walk fully. I mean, I may not be able to walk very well at all, but it's something. I don't know how many more handicaps I could juggle. That's a gamble that I'm afraid to take. Alright, can un I can understand that it's not it's probably not a pretty thing to see. On the bright side, you haven't ever had to see me on day 3 at a festival. I am not ready for this market this week. Hey, Lindy, is your spot going to anyone else already? That just struck me. If you, refresh, there's 2 people. Probably Pro and Lindy. Pro's lurking, barely is I hope barely awake. That's sound wasn't clear. Oh, you're probably using your phone. I didn't think that one through. Oh, you're one of the lurkers, huh? You're all good, Iris. Makes me feel a little better knowing I almost elevated Pro to a mod there. Not that he would abuse it or any well, obviously, I know he wouldn't abuse it. Star Wars was amazingly prescient. That's what really scares me. Uh, and then they made Andor, and I was like, "Oh, no. That's that's too spot on." Yeah, Swanstrom's really overpriced in my opinion. I would not and see, so for anyone who has ever wondered if I am giving a legitimate review on a tool, when I'm giving these good reviews to these cheap Beaver tools, this is a $70 pair of pliers. These are like 30. I'll go with the $30 brand any other day. And I've been having trouble with the mechanism that gets them to spring back open. I don't care. These just uh, problems. These have had slight problems, which I can fix. A little bit of glue. I just gotta figure out or remember. I cannot for the life of me right now remember how that works. and so I'm simply gonna shove it back in there. Ye Wait, so Lindy, have you ever, heard of H. Bean Piper? Yeah, I think I'm going to. Uh, I'll shoot Franco a message and be like, "Yo," 'cause it's dead down there. It's okay. I'm not Thankfully, I've had sales online, and if it I'm not feeling like I'm drowning at this moment. 'Cause I think everything seems pretty good except for the fact that my cousin Jody or okay, I mean, it's whatever it is, it's the same thing. It sucks. Can't even trust energy drinks anymore. Ha! There it is. Seems way too simple, but no, it doesn't. Yeah, definitely, I'll send Franco a message and ask him because I think it'd be a decent spot for the week. And then if your regulars stop by, I can tell them you're alright and you'll be there next week. Now, I wanna say I could just be complaining because I've managed to mess up a pair of these parallel beast pliers. They're the cheap kinds. But, like, looking at them, I don't even know how I could mess up these beeftastic pieces of steel. It just makes no sense to me how I could do that. So, maybe no one saw that. Oh, secret project. But the cheaper pliers seem to hold up very well. The Zurons, I'm probably gonna grind the tip flat again because it slowly started to round, but I've had these for quite some time. The problem with these is they just yeah, no, like, I feel like for $80, these should still be straight at the tip. That's where my complaint on them comes in. My cutters, these are the best cutters I've ever found. That said, I also have to make them myself, and that's a pain in the butt, but it's worth it. Okay, cool. Thank you. I appreciate that. Oh, thank you. I really appreciate that. I this is my phone, so ah, mm, I am really like from the 90s. Believe it. These change. Ah, well, yeah, that one down and that one down. Oh well. That one. There we go. Tie it in. I agree with every word of that, Lindy, and am in no way sponsored or affiliated with them or Harbor Freight. I will admit that, if someone were to buy one of the Beaver tools from down below, there is supposed to be some sort of kickback at some point for, that, but I personally will be shocked if I ever actually see anything from that. 'Cause that would take a lot of people buying tools, like, there'd have to be, like, 20 people buying from those links, and I just don't see it happening. But if you do, you're awesome. Go figure they'd find a way to earning off of this into a gamble where the house, of course, is stacked to win eventually. That is just how the game is played. Okay, thank you. I really I wish I could afford a set of them. Like, I agree, they have been a good set of pliers to have so far, for sure. I also gotta give some credit to these ones, uh, Ozark or whatever? I don't remember what, and it wasn't even that pair, it was this pair that was fairly good until I freaking torched them. Uh, these were like 20, and they were better than these. Again, I torqued the tip and fucked it up. That's my bad. Which reminds me, I want to take them under my scope reader and fix them. Yeah. Hey, Bea, how you doing? It has been a minute. Caught me on one of the holiday streams, which doing all right. You're all good, Lindy. I've been going for a little bit now. I might be calling it a night myself soon. I'm doing okay. I've hung in there. Live streams on Friday nights have been doing okay recently. Still not sure if that'll be permanent or not, but I don't know that I don't feel like I got much choice. Like, it seems like anytime I try to get it into another slot, no matter how consistently and how long I try, just no reception on it. Alrighty. I am doing a simple fail style. Oh, I get it, man. I get it. I hope you're still able to catch the shorts when I get them out. I should have another one in the next day or two. I actually picked up another. Yeah. Whoops. All right, I'm gonna melt it anyway. Oh, I bet. Glad to hear that, Pia. Poor puppies. See, my cat would just like curl up on my bed and then try to get me to get him his wet food twice a day, which would also get me to get something to eat and something to, you know, another monster, and then go back to bed. Right. The bright side, 60 bucks. The thinnest wire wrap piece I've ever made. Feel like I'd used more wire if I'd have done electroplating. Sorry, or more silver. Moonstone, which I think I'll get fully wrapped in this stream. I'm not 100% sure. I was doing an experiment. I'm just not doing a very good job on said experiment, but I'm trying. I had no idea what to do. I am not in a super creative spot right now, and so for me, it was just like, well, huh, uh, I don't know what to do, but I'm gonna do a Thanksgiving stream that I always on holidays, I always try to go live for a bit. Oh, my friend, it's not the size. It's just the flash is not super impressive compared to Moonstone, it's all about the flash. Heck, I have a really pretty small one. Actually, I got a couple of really pretty small ones down here. These ones, of course, this isn't the best lighting for showing off gemstones, but oh, yeah, it is. Yeah, that's it. I'm doing a holiday stream. Yeah, I've got a really nice one that I have set. It's a little smaller than this, but it's more domed, and it's perfectly clear. Actually, now that I think about it, somewhere chilling out, I've got a cushion cut that's reasonably clear too. I need to make that into a ring one of these days. I need to make something super small and detailed, like something that looks like it's freaking magically enchanted. Have a good night. I hope you feel better soon. You know, yeah, I have been sitting on some of my nice ones for like 2 years now. I don't you those are literally some of the or that one is one of the 4 best moonstone I've ever gotten in my hands. 5 best moonstone I've ever gotten in my hands. And I usually will guard that zealously. Actually, as a matter of fact, 2 or 3 years ago, one of our bigger patrons, it was one of his first custom pieces he got. He got to look at, I think, 6 or 7 pieces of moonstone, and I believe I still have 4 of those. He got arguably one of the best of them. He does that to me, but it was well worth it. Well worth which is why I'm still like, that thing's been on my desk for 2 or 3 months now. because I want to use it, but I refuse to use it if it's not going into something that is absolutely breathtaking. I get like that with some of my gemstones. Like, right now, I don't feel like I have shit, I don't have enough silver to do something, like, massive with a big stone like that. And that's just I I think if you really love crystals, you can't help but end up having some like that. Um, I won't deny I've got a couple. Feel like a couple of them should be really close to me too right now. Ow. Mm, nope, they're in the bowl. Although, so I've got a couple of black Australian opals that I really don't wanna use. Um, One of them's hidden up in that corner there. This bluish one has some pretty color to it. I'll show it on here very often. Um, yeah, I've got a few. Got a Montana ooh, you know what? Here's a great example of one of those. This is a well, heck, I got a more than a couple. I've had that 5 carat tanzanite for a couple years. Those, tourmaline I've had, some of those big rhodolite garnets, those are like 5 carat pieces. I've had those for a minute. Those 2 alexandrite I've had for like 2 years. This here is a golden beryl. It's a specialty cut by a young lady out of Thailand who is an artist, and I've had that for like 2.5 years now. Um, I'm always afraid to set these in silver because they're just not quite good enough, or they're too good. Like, no one's gonna pay you what a 1/2 carat alexandrite is worth. I too have a boulder opal that I'm hoarding. Someone broke it on me when I oh, still mad about that, but eventually I'll recut it so that the blue sparks are all that there is. Yeah, and I've got a lot of them that are they're just they're too much. I've got a couple more purple labradorites left still. I gotta get some more. It's one of the lessers. That purple Montana sapphire I got this summer. Heck, that not only do I need to set it in gold, it pretty much like if I'm gonna get what it's worth out of it, I've gotta set that in 18 karat gold and make it a true work of art, whatever it is that I end up doing with it. this actually, pretty sure it's close to being done. 3, 4, 5. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm not sure that I'm gonna make it too much longer. I am We've had a storm coming in, it's just causing a lot of it. Yes, the market has slowed a ton. I almost didn't make it through this fall. Also, I follow the diamond industry to keep kind of apprised of how the whole jewelry industry is doing, and the diamond industry has taken I swear, a 5% hit every month. It's probably not quite that bad, but, yeah, the entire industry has definitely been taking a hit these last few months. Yeah. See, do I got the Rappaport sheet somewhere nearby? Uh, Give me 1 second. That's been Let me Google it. Diamond report. I'm gonna go with August just because it was a good I'd have to find it, but it basically was it has little snippets and it's called the Rappaport Diamond Index or whatever. Uh, and they basically said several times over the last year that the diamond industry has taken like a hit here and a hit there, and these are down because of this, slower than uh, or low expectations for this holiday season. Apparently, like, the big industry had problems selling diamonds or something, I don't know. I didn't look into it too much. Not something I live my life by, but I do pay attention to it, or did. Good enough for me. I'm out of it on this one. It does. especially because there's a lot of things in the way between us being able to make a product and get it to sell and how much we have to make just to make ends meet versus a company that's managed to cut every corner in the industry, including outsourcing to other countries, so on and so forth. It's just, yeah, it's a challenge. That's why I've always said you kind of gotta go like, what's gonna set me apart from everybody else? What's gonna make my work be something that you can't just walk into any handmade booth and get? It's a work in progress still, but that's the concept at least. Oh, I I get it. I don't either. I still have, like, 20 items I gotta get listed on Etsy, and I need to do it, like, tonight, which isn't gonna happen, so I can have them on sale for the, Black Friday. Thank you. It was a lot of work. Which there will be a Black Friday sale popping up, guys, just to let y'all know there will be, like, 25% off over the weekend or something, so everyone, I need to relax a bit. My body has just been killing me the last several days. It's just the weather, how it works. Um, I'm going to try to do my normal live stream again, right? It's just chilling. I'm gonna try to do another live stream tomorrow. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to or not physically because 'cause I've got the market the next day, but I'm gonna try. But anyway, I appreciate everyone chilling out, hanging out for a bit this Thanksgiving. I'm sorry I couldn't keep pushing myself longer, but just can't. Y'all be good to yourselves, take care of yourselves, love yourselves and each other. Have a good one. Peace out. Yeah, yeah, Iris. I'm out. Just hurt.